My people stuck in their ways, denying the power and busy refusing to change. They charge it all to the game, but we got the keys that we need to open them gates. They taking drugs for the pain, the pills and the lean and the weed, they been hitting the same. They say it pours when it rains, the fire from heaven is drowning the city in flames. Cause we never sleep, and this war that we fighting is not for the weak. And we got the power to burn on the tower. If we talking about scriptures, we armed to the teeth. Cause we never sleep, and this war that we fighting is not for the weak. And we got the power to burn on the tower. If we talking about scriptures, we armed to the teeth. Okay, you know the prophets, we don't play. I see a king when I look in the mirror, and y'all niggas yoga like yo play. We playing chess when we blitz in these churches, then we look at them like yo play. My people sleep on the God, but he wake them up with the prophets like obey. Hey, y'all better wake up, they steady lying on Jacob. Me and my sin had to break up, she blow me up like a...
Look at them, look at them. If you look at them here, and look at them here, and look at this person here, what would you see? They are what? They are what you call Caucasian or white people.
When did they form? I.U.I.C.
We're here? These are white people. These are Caucasian people. All of them here, right? The other thing you will see, check the year, 16, 18, 1800. Where were our parents during that time period? Right, but during that period, we were in slavery.
Come and learn some history.
So what I'm showing you is that all these different religions came up during slavery. While we were slaves, they gave us Pentecostal, Jehovah's Witness, Adventist, Baptist. All these men created different religions. Nowhere in the Bible you could read about Pentecostal, Jehovah's Witness, none of this. Because this was not given to us to worship. What you see here is what you call Christianity. This was created by the so-called white man. You understand? So that, all what you see all people worshiping or going on these days to worship, all what they're doing is just worshiping this image right here. Because they who came up with this right here. This here is not biblical. You cannot read that in the Bible that Christ is of this color. We could read that Christ is a black man based on Revelation 1:14 and 15. But they gave us that because they know they would brainwash our people by they giving us that. Now, most of the pastors that you see in these churches today, they go on what you call seminary school. So they go on to these people to study. So they would teach them what the Bible is about. And they come back to indoctrinate us and tell us what it is about. But in the Bible, in Amos 2, it says only the Israelites could be prophets. So you cannot get a Chinese man, a Caucasian man, to come and tell you what God said, because it means that God never gives these people the understanding of the Bible. He gives only the children of Israel. You understand? But as I said, during slavery, they were oppressing. They were the one ruling over us. So they would have used our Bible to oppress us. They teach us what they want. This is the same thing what they do with the pastors. They teach them based on what they want. So the pastors come back here and teach us John 3:16. God loves everyone. Nowhere in the Bible you could read that. You understand? They manipulate. They fix scriptures to suit everybody and say God loves everybody. But we could read in the Bible, this is not the case. You understand? So when you go Pentecostal, when you worship on Sunday, you're worshiping this right here. Because this image comes with a doctrine. It's not just the image standing by itself, but the teaching that comes behind this image right here. You would never go in one of these churches and see the teaching based on scriptures that Christ is a black man. If they were to do that, what would happen? They're going against the policies that these people set up here. You understand? So they would never teach you that Christ is a black man. None of us here heard that prior to reset. You understand? But all of this happened for a reason. You understand? The Mosai would have, in Daniel, he tells us that the Mosai would hold that back from us. We had to serve our punishment for a certain time, and then he would start giving us the understanding that you are the children of Israel, you are God's chosen people. So for years, hundreds of years, we never knew who we were. We are all walking around dumb here, having no understanding who we are. We lost as a race of people. But all the other nations know their nationality. If I ask a Chinese man right here now what's his nationality, he knows. He could tell you he are Moabite. The Indian could tell you their nationality. The Caucasian man, any one of them pass here now, they know Caucasian, they are Caucasian. hardly you hear people say Caucasian here. You more or less hear they say white man. You understand? But the biblical name is Edom in the Bible. You understand? When you read in Genesis, you talk about Esau and Jacob. One came out red. That is talking about this race of people here. The Bible deals with nationality, race. You understand? But God chose one particular people above all the other nations. We read that in the book of Deuteronomy. Why hold it? Amos 2:11. Let's read that. Amos chapter 2 verse 11. So all this here is what you call false prophet. I know people like to pass and say, oh, these young men and them who teaching on the side here, they are false prophets. The Bible speaks of false prophets in the last days. The last days don't only mean today. From since the time of Christ, he's making reference to the last days. You understand? So when he speaks of false prophet, these are the men he's making reference to. Not us, because the Bible was never given to them. We're going to read that after. In Amos 3 as well, we read it in Psalms 147. But read what you have first.
The book of Amos, chapter 2 and verse 11. And I said, and I raised up for your sons of prophets, right? And the book of Amos, chapter 2 and verse 11. And I raised up of your sons for prophets, and of your young men for Nazarites. Is it not? Even thus, O children of Israel.
So he's telling you right here, the children of Israel. Because when you read about the Nazarite vow, it was only the children of Israel that could keep that vow back then. So he's telling you in Amos chapter 2 verse 11, the prophets, I raise up you prophets, right, out of the nation of Israel. So only the children of Israel, only the people on that side there could be prophets to come and explain anything to you about the Bible. Once you start following any one of these here, you're following like a false prophet. Right? So give me who the Bible was given to.
The book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear these words which the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
You will hear through the Bible, children of Israel. You understand? Prior to now, we would have think that the so-called white man, the Caucasian race, the people in Israel today, we would have think they are the children of Israel. Right? But they are impostors based on scripture. I'm going to read that in Revelation and put it after.
Against the whole families which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
So we came out from the land of Egypt. When you read throughout Exodus and so on, he's speaking about we were Pharaoh, we was among Pharaoh, you remember the plagues and so on that the Most High brought up on Egypt. That came up against the Egyptians, right?
Saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
So listen to that. The Most High says, of all the families of the earth, you only have I known. So there are 18 nations in the Bible. God says, among the 18 nations, you is the only one I really know. It means that you're the only one I'm dealing with. You understand? I created everybody else, but I'm dealing with one particular race of people. That is what the Most High is letting us know right here. Give me Psalms 147. It's going to show you that he give the word unto one particular people, one race of people. Great. Psalms 147 is showing you that God gave the word unto the children of Israel and no other nation. So that's the reason why we just read here, he's not dealing with any other nation, but one race. Because I give my word to these people, they are the ones who will understand what I say. Psalms 147, 19.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. He have not done so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them.
So as for all the other nations, they don't understand the Most High judgment. If they do understand that the things that they do to the nation of Israel, they would never do it. But it says that we understand the judgment. We understand what these nations are going to face, but they coming against the children of Israel. So they come against us. Remember, who brought us on this side of the island on cargo slave ship? You had the Spaniards, you have the French, you had all these different races, the conquistadors. They came and conquered on this side. They are the one who brought us on this side on cargo slave ship. Look, raise up your phone. We our means of transportation to this side of the world was never on the cruise ship like what is over there today. We were parked like sardines on this slave ship. We were parked like, if you had to urinate or you had to defecate, whatever way, you had to do it on top of each other. But there was no room. Remember, that journey would have taken how long? About 3 to 6 months. So you park here. A lot of our people died on that journey. Eh? Millions died traveling on this side because if come take you any sickness, you would die right here.
That's right.
You understand? And all this was prophesied thousands of years ago by Moses when he read Genesis 49. He's letting the children of Israel know that for your disobedience, the Most High will send you on cargo slave ship. How we got here? Moses warned us about it here in the Bible, long before it actually happened. But you don't hear that in the churches. They don't read that to you. You understand? Now, you may ask, what's the reason for the Most High sending us on cargo slave ship? Why being punished in this condition? Because to most of our people, some people don't even want to hear nothing about slavery. They find it something very harsh, something very bad. You understand? Why would the Most High punish us so bad by sending us on cargo slave ship? Thousands, millions of our people dying on the ships. Why that happened? Let's read that in Baruch. We read that earlier, right? Showing that we were punished not for our disobedience, but because we moved God to wrath. Because we disobey His commandments, hence the reason why we end up in this condition. So all what you're seeing here is bad things happening to one race of people. In Daniel 9:11, he tells you, no other race of people suffer what these people suffer right here. We just read that in Baruch 4, right? About 3. You gotta read that quick. 10. Right? So the images that we saw there is showing you that the Caucasian race is the one who gives us these different religions. You understand? And this was given by our oppressor. Well, during slavery, they gave us the different things to worship. You understand? They give us this image during slavery. You understand? But nowhere in the Bible we could read that Christ is a white man. No. You may say you don't worship this, but if you worship on a Sunday, it means that you're following the same doctrine right here. You understand? So, which day is the day that you're supposed to congregate and serve the Most High? The 7th day, which is the Saturday. That day is we have to go, we have to congregate, no cooking, no buying. We can read the scripture for you. Where are we?
Book of Revelation, Book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 6. He was sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved God to wrath. He was delivered unto your enemies.
Right? So God delivers into the hands of the enemies, the Caucasian race, all these other nations. Because we move God to anger, we get God vexed. Because God said, listen, you are my, give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. You are the greatest people on the face of the earth. I choose you above all nations. All you have to do to me is just serve me. You just do what I say. God that created the heavens and the earth say, listen, I created everybody else on the face of the earth. I chose you special above everybody else. All I want you to do is just serve me. You just do what I say and everything will be good. But no, you find me, I'm my own man. Who could tell me what to do? Most of us walk around here today like that. We believe that I'm my own man, I'm my own woman. Who could tell me where to go, how to go, what to do? You understand? But that's the disrespect when it comes to God. So the same God that created you and give you life today, who could take the same life from you? No, you doesn't respect him. Because you doesn't see God walking here and talking to you, you feel, well, who the hell is God? You understand? That's how all people think. As most of our people, like you standing here, don't want to hear nothing to do with God. They're too busy. Everybody too busy for the word of God. They're too busy. Nobody want to hear that. But the time is going to come when it's going to be too late. You understand? When everybody now want to cling to God and want to hear the word, it will be too late that time. You understand? Read what you have.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. But thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So the one who only means separate. God said, you are separate people unto me. I created everybody else, but you is separate. You're special unto me.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
He said equal. You're sure not equal? Read it over.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So the Most High say, choose you above. Give me what he said, touch the apple of my eye. He that touches the apple of my eye. Just to show you how special we are on to the Most High God. You understand? He said, I chose you above all the other nations. I created everybody else, but I want you to be special above all of them. We're going to read, I think it's in Zechariah, where he said, he that touches the apple of his eye. It means that you are that close, you are that special to me. He said, anybody touch these people, they touch the apple of their eye. You understand? So he tells us in another scripture, all the enemies, all those who come against the nation of Israel, I will deal with them. In Jeremiah, I'm going to show you.
The book of Zechariah chapter 2 verse 8. But thus said the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoil you. For he that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eye.
So he said, he that toucheth you, the children of Israel, they touch the apple of his eye. Give me that in Jeremiah 15. All thy adversaries shall go into captivity. 16, I think. Right?
The book of Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
He said, all who devour, all who came against us, all those that sold us into slavery, putting yokes of iron on the neck, selling the young ones, right? Auction slave law. He said, all those people who've done that to you, read that.
Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
Right? So all the enemies, all those who devour, all those who punish us,
shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
All our enemies going into captivity. So the same thing they done to us in slavery, they're going back in slavery. This is what the Bible says. You understand? But what we need to do is to come back to keeping God's law.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word